All right, let me take a minute to talk to you a little bit about a new startup company called Save Club. Save Club is it's a membership-based discount program. It's very similar to Sam's Club or Costco, only it's different. And the way it is different is with Sam's Club or Costco, that's brick and mortar, and you have to actually go inside to buy things in bulk, and you get a discount. But the problem with that is like whenever you go into Sam's Club, for example, I know I have a Sam's Club membership, and I have had one for probably the past 20 years. And whenever my wife and I go to Sam's Club, we only go about maybe three and a half, 4 times a year. Well, I say three and a half, 3 to 4 times a year. And when we do go, we spend a few $100, but we buy a lot of things in bulk, and we don't need to go back for another 3 to 4 months because it lasts us. We just keep it in the storage, and so it'll last us. And it's for the most part, it's really a pretty good deal. Uh, but it's limited. We can only go to Sam's Club and buy things in bulk. We can't go and just buy what we need for the week. We have to buy what we need for, like a couple of months, and which is not bad either, because that way we don't have to go shopping all the time. However, if we go out to dinner, we can't use our Sam's Club membership to go out to dinner and save money when we, get ready to pay our bill, like we can through Safe Club, because there are probably I don't know what the actual number is, but it's over 100,000 restaurants that we can use nationwide. Now it's not just big chains like Olive Garden or Red Lobster or Outback Steakhouse or something like that. There's a lot of local restaurants in your local area where if you wanted to, if they were involved with our program, and a lot of people are, a lot of restaurants are. We have a restaurant here in the Tampa market uh, that is literally just a few miles from our house that we've been to a few times, and they got some pretty good wings. And it's a little restaurant called Oaks Bar and Grill. And so what we do is we go there on occasion, and you can save up to 50% off. So it's like we buy one meal and we get one meal for free. So if you're trying to save money, if you're looking for ways to put money back in your budget without actually having to go out and get a part-time job where you got to spend time for dollars, and you just you know let me just ask you this way: does it make better sense to save, to keep $300 to $500 a month in your budget, or would it make better sense to go out and work and spend 20, 30 hours a month working somewhere outside the home in order to put $200 to $300 or $300 to $500 a month back in your budget? Because it's a trade-off. I would prefer, as opposed to going and working somewhere part-time, I would prefer to save the money because that is earning, you know. Uh, but speaking of earning, our company also has an opportunity for you to earn a really nice income. You can earn anywhere from $500 a month up to 5,000. You can actually earn a whole lot more than that, but the average person will get in and get involved and start sharing their link with other people. And when they hit a certain number, they tend to stop promoting. And I'm gonna give you an example of that. I started promoting Live Good 2 years ago. I got in from the beginning, which is where we're at now with this company, because this company is in pre-launch. We haven't even launched yet. We won't launch until June the 1st, which is just only a week away. It's a week from today that we actually go live. Um, the company that I was in before with Live Good, they had already launched whenever I got in. So what I did was I shared it with a few people. I got 7 people involved right off the bat. And out of that, they started getting a few people involved. And the next thing you know, here it is 2 years later, and there's over 30,000 people in my matrix with Live Good. So I'm making money off of that. I'm making enough every month to make my house payment. But my point is I got in and I started making a certain amount, and I'm like, okay, well, that helps my budget. And I didn't want to continue to work, so I just stopped. and I haven't really promoted Live Good in over 2 years. But yet I still have my house payment coming in every month, uh, which is and maybe my power bill, which is really nice because I'm retired now and I got time to do it. But this company come up and it's on the same concept and same principle as Live Good, only it pays a little bit better. Uh, because instead of like with Live Good, it's a 2 by 15 force matrix. With this company, it's a 2 by 16 force matrix. And that 16th level, if you do the math, it's equal to the number of people you would have in all 15 levels at Live Good. You would have that many just on the 16th level with this company, and it pays twice as much. So I'm really excited about that because what I'm going to do now that I am retired is I am just starting. I only started a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and I'm not going to give up. I am not going to stop whenever my income hits a certain level. I've already been paid for this company, and even though it's in pre-launch and I just started, I've already been paid because I've already recruited a couple of people. Well, guess what? You can only put 2 on your first level. So when you do recruit somebody else, they got to go down in your matrix, which means that they're going to go down below one of the 2 people I have already personally recruited. And that's how matrices work is, you get in, you get 2, but if you don't stop and you keep going, they got to go down your matrix. Well, that for the people that are down in your matrix, what that does is that kind of gets them excited because now they're getting some spillover and they're seeing a little bit of money coming in. So they're realizing, that, hey, there is something to this, so they'll start doing something with it. So I said all that to say that the opportunity is real and it is lucrative. It's very lucrative. But anything, no matter what it is you do, is only going to be as lucrative as the effort that you put into it. So if you don't put any effort into it, you're not going to get a whole lot out of it if you get anything out of it. Like with Live Good, they come out with this idea, and it sounded really good at the time, and it really is true. But it takes time. A lot of people expect instant gratification. Well, you're not going to get instant gratification with Live Good or even with this. If you get in and you work at it and you refer, let's say you refer 3 people. Well, you got 2 people on your first line, and then one of those have to go down line from there. So you're putting somebody in, like I mentioned earlier, causing spillover. But I'm not going to stop with just 3 people. But if you do just 3 people, my point is if you just share your link and recruit 3 people to do the same, then there's a one time per year $60 fee that you pay, and what that does is that gives you your back office with your tools that you need to build a business. You got banner ads, you got there's all kinds of things in your back office. There's training in your back office. There's videos. They post whenever they do webinars, and they do 3 webinars a week. They'll post those in your back office. So that way, if you missed it, you couldn't make it on the time that they did the webinar, you can always go into your back office and pull up, webinars, and it'll be posted. So that way you can go back in and look at it and watch the information and get the information. That way you can share it if you're really serious about building a business, and I hope that you would be. But anyway, I say all that to say that because we're in pre-launch and we haven't quite launched yet, the timing could not be any better than what it is right now. Right now, it's perfect timing to get involved in this business, or any business as far as that goes. But this is really the business that you want to be in because there's no product. You don't have a product that you got to buy. There's no quotas. You don't have to meet a certain criteria. There's no auto ship. Now there is a monthly membership fee, but if you have a Sam's Club or a Costco or an Amazon, you're paying a monthly membership fee for that. How often do you use it? Do you get your money's worth out of it? Most of you, if you have a membership with one of those 3, you feel like you do. That's why you still keep it. Well, I've gotten my money back probably 12 times already. It's $19.97 per month. I paid $60 one time to get my website, and I've already received that back in bonuses and commission from recruiting other people. But it's $19.97 per month to be a member of this club. And I've already received, or I've already gotten more than 12, maybe even 15 times that back uh, in savings from purchases that I've bought, things that I'm buying anyway on a daily basis. You know, when we go to Walmart, if we need anything from Walmart, I'll look in my back office. If I want something from Target, because I like Target better than Walmart. But if I want something from Target, I'll go into my back office and I'll look and see what kind of deals are available. And I know, like, for example, Walmart, you get up to 65% off on certain items. I bought a set of luggage just recently. And if you've seen one of my other videos, I posted one yesterday because it was actually yesterday when I purchased this set of luggage. It was regularly $399.99, or just say $400. I bought it for $124.99, so I saved $275 because I'm a member of Safe Club. So I'm pretty excited about that. I saved $20 on an oil change, at Take 5. My wife and I have been out to dinner 2 or 3 times, and we save on an average between $5 and $10 every time we go out to dinner, except for the one restaurant that I mentioned earlier that we got it 50% off. I was looking in there, if you like pizza, Domino's, you won't find this deal nowhere else, but with Domino's, they have a deal where if you buy a large pizza, any toppings, whatever it is that you like, specialty pizza, it doesn't matter. You buy a large one, you're going to get the second larger or large pizza of equal value absolutely free. And you can't do that anywhere else. With Domino's, there's no other organization or no other deal that's available to buy a pizza and get the second one of equal or lesser value for free, except for through Safe Club. And but anyway, um, if you're interested in taking a look, and I encourage you all to do so, the business opportunity, the business aspect of this is really unbelievable. And as far as making money, if you're looking to make a few $100s extra a month, or even a couple $1,000s extra per month, then you owe it to yourself to look at this. When you see this video, I'm gonna give you a website to go to, and it's about a 1.5-minute video that you can watch that kind of explains what it is we do and how much it costs. So, but anyway, down below this video is a link to the website. So I encourage you to click on that link, and if it's not live, you might have to copy and paste. But also I'll leave my email address. So if you happen to have any questions or you want to talk to me personally, just send me an email with your phone number and I'll reach out to you. So that's about it. That's about all I got for now. So I look forward to seeing you and talking to you at another time.